The footballing world just went wah wah wee wah.
Did they?
Because Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Manchester United. The club did it this morning because they knew that we had our Christmas do from 2 p.m. onwards.
Thank you very much.
But it's incredible news to we're just upstairs in the office and Sam's gone, they've sacked him. Sam from United People's TV joins me right now to react to I'm shocked by this.
Unexpected news.
But are you pleased with the news?
Yes.
Okay.
I turned on Mourinho after the Liverpool game. It was at that point where the apathy had just taken over. There was nothing positive between now and the end of the season. And rather than saving a few million on sacking Mourinho after United were outside of the top 4 or sacking him now, I felt sacking him now was the right decision. It's December, man.
Yeah.
Still got half a season that we can turn it around.
I think. And do you know what? I think throughout this whole period, Man United fans have actually been fantastic in terms of the backing that they've offered Jose Mourinho. Understandably so, because time and again in his career, he has won trophies. And even in his Man United career in that first season, he did win trophies. But I think you were saying yesterday on our video talking about the Champions League, the Sevilla game was a massive moment. The summer's been a huge moment. And then from there onwards, his behaviour is what's got him the sack, don't you think? Both his behaviour and then his philosophy on the pitch. It
was this season, I suppose, when you look at it now, it was a write-off before it even began in the fact that Jose Mourinho signed a new contract with United in January 2018. In the summer of 2018, the club then decided to not back him in his transfer market, to undermine their manager in public, and he had lost his ability to manage his football club in the summer. It was obvious to the players that he wasn't in control anymore.
Because the board were going, you can't have what you want.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened at Chelsea. It's like they decided who came in and out. And then for Mourinho, he started lashing out. He started acting out. He started becoming more Mourinho that United fans didn't want to see.
Yeah.
But it just kept happening and happening. And by that point, we just started to tumble. We really, really started to tumble. And it was just that Liverpool game. When you lose to your rivals in that manner, it exacerbates the problems.
Yeah, I think it was a massive moment on Sunday, that game, because not only did you lose the game, I think you could have lived with that, but when you know that you're going to park the bus, then you better get a result, because there's a lot of talk about the Man United way.
Yeah.
Forget the Man United way. You need to make, any football club, as a manager, you need to make a team work hard enough so that it inspires the fans to get behind the team. That's how that whole circle works.
Yeah.
And in the biggest game that you guys have, really, the lack of ambition, the lack of energy, the lack of work rate, the lack of ambition was incredible to watch. And from Man United's point of view, it was the final nail in the
Yeah, we had 5 defenders and 2 defensive midfielders, and we conceded 36 shots and 3 goals. If you're going to have that many defenders on the pitch, at least just have a shutout. But United's defence this season has been an utter shambles, and unfortunately for Mourinho, it turned into a shambles towards the end. If you imagine how he started, he won a double in the first season. He won the Europa League that United had never won and the League Cup. And United fans were on his side. And Mourinho was never the right manager for United in the United way. But we got rid of the United way when we hired him. We got in bed with the devil because we've had Moyes and then we had Van Gaal. And the board just said, you know what? Let's get a winner in. Fuck the United way for the moment. Let's just get back to winning ways. And it worked for the first year. But from then on, it's been a slow decline, and this year it's just been off the cliff. And I think working in this industry, you see it time and again. You see that whatever is the sort of storyline for the season, it's something that goes on and on and on, and the press normally get their man. And I think this year you've got all the managers in the top 6. Emery's, is a new guy. They're going to give him time. Sarri, the same kind of thing. Guardiola's just had an amazing season. Klopp's just had an amazing season. Mourinho was the guy that they were going to be able to get at. But the responsibility has to be on Mourinho's shoulders, in my opinion, because he knew all of that, and he's smart enough, and he's been smart enough in the past to turn it around. And ultimately, he couldn't get out of the way of his own ego and just get on with it. That difficult summer, it is what it is. This is still Man United. You still got to get on with it. And the way that he has approached everything has led to a sort of dire feeling around the club, and clearly with the players. And you saw that. It was reflected on the pitch. United right now are a sad state of affairs. We're 11 points off top 4. We're 19 points off the top. But I absolutely have to commend Manchester United on sacking Mourinho now. Because if you look at what we've done with David Moyes, we waited until he was outside of the top 4 before we sacked him. With Van Gaal, in December, we went through December without winning a game, I think. We lost to Norwich. It was awful under Van Gaal. At that point, United fans realised it wasn't going to work. They sacked him in May. Now United have acted in December, and the club has come out and said that...
And it's going to cost them a lot of money, isn't it?
It's going to cost
24 million.
That's 24 million, but that's United's fucking fault for giving Mourinho a 3-year contract halfway into his first one. That's a dumb decision, and they have to take that. But United are a cash cow anyway, so it's not going to make too much of a difference.
The big question here is, who is the next manager? Now, the statement that's come out from Man United is saying that there's going to be a caretaker manager that's going to be put in place. It seems from early reports that it's not actually going to be Michael Carrick,
which is surprising. Yeah, it might be an outside, like a Scolari that comes in for Chelsea or one of those types of managers.
Or is it Gus Hiddink is normally the guy who comes in for these guys?
There's a couple of full guys that are sitting there waiting for a phone call at the moment.
But at the moment, if you look at the odds at the moment, Zinedine Zidane is the favourite at the moment. Then it's Pochettino. Flav won't be happy with that. Antonio Conte, he would love that job, I'm sure. Laurent Blanc, ex-Man United. Leonardo Jardim, and then Paulo Sousa. That seems bizarre. Yeah. Eddie Howe, and then Nuno Espirito Santo, Joachim Low. Arsene Wenger is 40-1.
Of course he is.
Is there any way Fergie might fancy it? That would be amazing.
Fergie's still at every game.
Just take a different seat. Just come sit down here.
What the madness of him coming is at that? No, I'm not going to dream about that because it won't happen. But the ultimate manager for me is Mauricio Pochettino. But with all respect to Spurs, I don't know why he'd leave Spurs at this particular moment in time, because he's stayed true to Spurs, and managers and players rarely show loyalty now. And at a time where they're just going to a new stadium, I think Pochettino's got the loyalty to stay at Spurs. But if United want him, if we're willing to spend 24 million on sacking a manager, how much are we willing to spend on getting a manager in? And a manager that improves players, did it at Southampton, has definitely done it at Spurs. I wonder with Pochettino, because the thing, if you're him as well, you go, I go to Man United, I've basically got that Jurgen Klopp style entire second half of a season as a pre-season, then a pre-season, then you get to do your own thing, and there's going to be no judgment on him. I would just be so surprised. You're still in the Champions League, you've still actually got a really good squad, it's just not an inspired one. Coming up against his former PSG side as well. You never know. You're right in it. You are, James. Look, I don't think it will happen. It's going to cost a lot of money. On paper, I think you're probably looking at Zinedine Zidane being the most likely option. But the thing that United have given themselves now is the ability to replicate what Arsenal did with Unai Emery. Have a long recruitment process. Make sure the man you get is the right man. Because we have Moyes on the recommendation of Fergie. Huge mistake. We have Van Gaal, who was, it could have worked with Van Gaal. But it didn't. He was a very successful manager. 2020, isn't it? Yeah. Same with Mourinho. Now Mourinho was we fucked up twice here. Yeah. He's our only option. He's our only option. Now, the club has an opportunity to nip this massive, massive downward turn in the bud, and they have done with Mourinho, and they've got now between now until the end of the season to get back into that top 4, because we're not going to win the league. But no. Right. Wow. Big news. Oh, wow, we were, as we said at the start of the video. As you did say. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're a Man United fan, are you pleased that Jose Mourinho's gone, or did he bite the bullet a tiny bit too soon? Let us know in the comments below. Who should be the next manager of Manchester United as well? Let us know. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to Ball Street. Head over to United People's TV to check out all the more reaction to this incredible story. And we'll see you soon. Sweet.